This is Roy Canny, and this is Favorite Game Friday, where we have a group of contributors with completely different tastes in gaming talking about their favorite game in the category of the week. This week, we're talking all about auction and bidding games. What's a game that you really enjoy that has auction and bidding mechanics inside of them? Make sure to leave that in the comments down below, and let's check out all the contributors' clips.
Hey everybody, this is Ron, and my favorite auction bidding game is Stockpile. It's an economic board game that combines the traditional buy low, sell high stock trading game with some different mechanisms that I find really fantastic. Check it out.
Hey, Favorite Game Friday, I'm Jared from the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel where we teach you how to play games. And this week we're talking about bidding and auction games. And I think you can't do any better than Amon-Ra. It's classic, it's a little old school Reiner Knizia game, so you know it's good. And everyone gets to bid on various things. Once you're outbid, you immediately get to bid again. So only one person gains the different stuff on the board. Egyptian theme, so it's a lot of fun. Check it out.
Hi, Twice as Nice Dice here, and today's mechanic is auctioning.
My favorite is Raccoon Tycoon. Mine is Isle of Skye.
And I found that I'm not a big fan of auctioning, but the more I looked, the more games that I found that I really like it in.
Right.
So I liked Isle of Skye, Castles of Mad King Ludwig, For Sale, and Montana.
Bye!
I don't really like bidding and auction games, but I found that in Power Grid, the bidding and auction part of the game works really well. I don't actually have the game because a lot of my friends have it, but Power Grid really does have a nice auction system in it.
Kimberly from Tabletop Tolson here, and my favorite auction bidding game is For Sale. You better be ready to bid and lose all your money if you want that space station. Oh hey Emma. Hi Kim. Well, for me, it's Homesteaders. This is my favorite auction bidding game with some worker placement. And look, it's the 10th anniversary edition.
Hi, I'm Tim.
I'm Lizzie.
And we are To Play.
Or not.
To Play, a show about board games for two players.
Whose taste differ.
Yeah, they do differ, all right.
They do.
So we try to do little two-player videos about games that you might be able to find that will satisfy both of your needs. So check our channel out. Anyway, this week,
What's the Favourite Game Friday?
Favourite Game Friday is auction and bidding games.
Woo!
And my favourite auction bidding game is Tikal.
My favourite auction game is Biblios.
Good choice. Anyway, there's our games. Hopefully you enjoy your Friday. We're going!
God!
Hey friends and gamers, it's Frenchie. We are back. It's Favorite Game Friday, one of our favorite parts of the week. We're talking about auction and bidding mechanic games. So real quick, raise your hand if you say the Power Grid is your favorite game with auction and bidding. And if not, raise your hand if Ra is your favorite auction and bidding mechanic game. And raise your hand if you think I saw you raise your hand on either one of those two. Okay, now we're going to go to my favorite game. So my favorite game of auction bidding is actually the game For Sale. Very popular game that's very accessible, and a game that the core mechanism is auction and bidding. That's really what the game is centered about. Not a part of the game, but the whole context of the game. Great game. If you don't have it, very affordable, and most everybody who plays this loves this. Everyone, play nice and have a fantastic weekend.
Assalamu alaikum. There are many games which use auction as a mechanism like Power Grid and Downforce, and I love all of them. But when it comes to the pure essence of auction mechanics, then Reiner Knizia has made a lot of games, and my favorite is High Society. It's very simple. You are Victorian, high society people who are trying to actually bid for these frivolous things. But the cool mechanism that where if you have used a low bid card first, then you cannot take it back because it's against your ego, and that adds a lot of ends. So you have to start thinking that what you're going to bid and how much something is worth to you from the very beginning. And another twist in this is that if you are the one who spent most of his money, then you are automatically declared bankrupt and no longer in a high society. So beautiful artwork in this second edition by Osprey Games. My favorite, High Society. Happy gaming.
Hey everybody, this is Chris from Hidden Gems, a board game podcast where we talk about unusual, forgotten, and underappreciated board games. And for my very first contribution to Favorite Game Friday, I'm really excited to be talking about auction games. This is one of my most favorite type of board game mechanisms. And in fact, the game I'm going to be talking about today is one of my favorite games of all time. It's in my top 5 rated games. And that game is Strasbourg by the great Stefan Feld. In Strasbourg, players have a deck of 24 cards numbered 1 to 6, and this is your bidding power in the game. You'll be dividing these cards up into piles in an attempt to win auctions, to get chits for coins, and also to place workers on a board to satisfy secret objectives. I really enjoy Strasbourg. It has an incredible amount of tension for an auction game. And it's a shame that this game is so hard to find because I really do consider it to be a hidden gem. But if you ever have an opportunity to play it, I suggest you try to seek it out and play it. It's a fantastic game. If you want to know more about Strasbourg, we actually cover this game in episode 2 of our podcast where we talk about it in more detail and about the potential of a possible reprint. Well, thanks for listening and have a great Friday.
Hi guys, welcome to Favorite Game Friday. I'm Mike with Skeleton Key GDS, and this week we're talking about auction and bidding games. I had to search really high and low in our collection to find just one board game that had an auction and bidding mechanic in it. We tend not to like them. The one game that we do have in our collection and has been for a while is Revolution.
How much should I bid? How bad do I want it? This week's pick is bidding games. My daughter's not here today because we haven't played any bidding games together. But one of my favorites is Dune, where we're bidding for those treasury cards, which are powerful. And another mention is Raccoon Tycoon. Happy Friday. Take care.
For me, I love the auctioning in Dune. There's all these different weapons and things you can try to get and cards that really affect the game a ton. And the auction phase is a huge part of the game. So for me, Dune.
Endless outbidding can get a bit tedious, so I prefer discrete bid amounts as in Stockpile or Vegas Showdown. Even better are Dutch auctions where the price gets lower until someone snatches it up. Any game that has a market where you put currency on items to pass them up for better stuff is a Dutch auction. But my favorite auction mechanism comes from Abyss, where before you can take a good card, you have to offer it to every other player for pearls. Sometimes you just want the pearls.
Hey everyone, we are LDG. I'm Brooks.
I'm Kitty.
And I'm Lizzie.
And for Favorite Game Friday this week, the theme is bidding and auction. Not one of our absolute favorite categories, but we all happen to have a favorite game where the bidding is specific to turn order. So, so it applies.
Mine for this week is Shakespeare, which, no surprise, I'm a theater geek as well, so I'm obsessed with the theme, and I feel like it really puts the theme in there like throughout the whole game, and I love the artwork. It's gorgeous to me. And it was also one of the very first Euro-ish games that I got Brooksby to play that he enjoyed, so it's like sentimental to me too.
I didn't used to be into Euro, but I am now, so.
Thankfully.
And mine is Campy Creatures. As I've said before, I am addicted to old horror cult classics. It fits right into that for me. It's a nice, quick, snappy game. Beautiful artwork. I just love it.
And mine is Posthuman Saga. I really love the theme. I love the going out and exploring the whole world and fighting up some baddies while I'm at it.
Along the way.
And then our bridesmaid for the week is Chronia. We like it. It's actually one more bidding than the rest. We like it because it's just a fast-paced, it has rising tension, and it's just really awesome and fun. Not what we would expect from a tiny little box like this.
So those are our picks. And happy Friday, everybody. Just remember, have fun.
Be present.
And be you.
Hi, I'm Simon from Seattle, and today's theme is bidding games, and I'm putting a billion, no, a quadrillion, No, a Googleplex on Kiwi.
Flabbity everyone, I'm Nathan, and when I was little, the auction bidding game that I really wanted to play was Masterpiece, but my mom and dad wouldn't let me play with them. So, once I grew up, I got my own copy, but the game that really has my heart is Downforce. Yeah, Downforce.
Hi, I'm Alex from Might I Suggest a Game, a channel devoted to helping you find your perfect board game. Today, for Favorite Game Friday, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite auction bidding games, Modern Art. Modern Art is a classic auction bidding style game by Reiner Knizia where you play an art trader trying to make a profit on these pieces of art. The value of each artist's work will change based on how many pieces of it were sold in that round. Only the top 3 artists score in each round, so you might get stuck with some art that isn't worth anything. Like my own drawings. Play continues over 4 rounds, and whoever has the most cash at the end wins. Modern Art is one of my favorites because it's a good mix of strategy and press your luck that won't have your brain feeling like this afterwards. If you're looking for a great auction and bidding game that's light but has beautiful art, then might I suggest Modern Art.
My pick this week is Dice Fishing. It's a neat little game where you're using a bunch of dice to secretly bid on some fish cards that are out. And the person who bids the lowest gets to roll those dice first to try to hit the target number that's on each fish. So you can bid low and maybe you'll get it, but you have to use less dice to be able to go first. And it's a silly little game, but the kids and I have a great time with it.
Yep, mine is QE because you could bet $1 bajillion on one little company. But of course, the person who spends the most money gets automatically eliminated at the end.
Yep, happy Friday.
Hey everyone, I'm Nick.
I'm Vic.
And we're MV Board Gaming. Favorite Game Friday this week is our favorite auction game. This one, we can pin Bernie Madoff versus Martha Stewart in fiscal fisticuffs, portfolio pummeling, monetary massacre.
All right, we get it. Stockpile is our pick.
Yeah, good.
Get a bit of Pan Am, get a bit of Downforce, get a bit of Camel Up, and the winner is...
Hi, I'm Josh from the YouTube channel Josh Yaks. I tend not to be the biggest fan of auction and bidding mechanisms, although I really enjoy the auction style that you see in games like Vegas Showdown or Die Speicherstadt, for example, which I think is a really underutilized auction style. But in looking at the games on my shelf, really the only game on there that uses bidding is the Council of Verona 2nd Edition, a light, quick-playing, bluffing and deduction card game.
What's up everybody, this is Eric at the Meeples Republic, and this week on Favorite Game Friday, we're talking about auction games. Now we're in the middle of a pandemic, so most of the games that I get to play nowadays are 2-player only games, and auction games and 2-player games don't really go hand in hand. But one of them that does is Isle of Skye from Chieftain to King. In this game you're going to draw 3 tiles, you get to set prices for 2 of them, and then you got to sell those tiles and buy other players' tiles. Take your tiles at the end of the round, build your city, and score points for it. That's the game. It's a lot of fun. My wife and I love to play this at the table while listening to some Irish music around St. Patrick's Day, like it is right now. But technically, the game takes place in Scotland, and we should be listening to more Scottish music and wearing orange. So we do that too. That's my pick of the week. See you guys next week.
Hello everybody, it's Fraser here from Scotland with Maggie. Hello. And this week we're telling you about our favourite auction game where we're not auctioning for spices or wood or jewels. No, we're auctioning for the favours of the gods. Dun, 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 dun. Cyclades, 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 Cyclades. This one.
Hey guys, ready for some more bidding games? My favorite bidding game is Skull. Skull's disgusting. How about something more delicious? My favorite bidding game is Bon Appetit. Don delicious. Bye. Bye.
We really don't play many auction games, but our favorite is For Sale. Also, it's the only one we have. So For Sale.
It's always interesting the strategies you have to take when playing auction games, like bidding and trying to figure out exactly how much everybody has, and there's all sorts of different styles of auction games out in board gaming. Make sure to leave in the comments below your favorite game that has auction mechanics in it, and make sure to check out our contributors from all around the internet. It's awesome to have people join in on Favorite Game Friday, and if you want to join in for next week, we're actually not going to be talking about specific games, we're going to be talking about settings and themes. What is your favorite setting for a board game to be themed in, and what's one that you really like, whether it be like pirates or space or fantasy or something completely different, like maybe you just like real world themes, or you like all sorts of different stuff. What's your favorite setting for board games? Make sure to leave that in the Google Drive link down below, and we'll see you on the next Favorite Game Friday.